Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we're going to be continuing working on this. Now, thankfully, as you can tell by the map's current positioning right here, when we get done with this, it'll be the last mountain we can work on until we get to this section right over here. So my hope here is that we can finally start getting a little bit more than 4 of these done with an episode. And if you need a reminder, I am still working on that project, but we have made a lot of progress in the coloring section. So yeah, that's great. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, I should let it be known that somebody tried this out. Yep, somebody who actually knows how to game on PC. So I had some, at least, I wouldn't even say average gamer because I don't know this gaming skills well enough. I would say he did pretty good, better than I expected. Of course, this is a kind of game where the movement's not what you would expect in today's day and age, so I feel like that will probably trip a few people up. Makes sense, it's snappy movement. It allows you to do things you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, like jump over enemies or go between lava things, which I didn't even realize that was a thing you could do, which is pretty useful knowledge to have if you have the lava space there. However, I don't think I'm going to use it as a main mechanic because that is just too difficult. I would say leave that in as a potential nice little speed run tactic that you can use to be able to get through certain levels quicker, maybe, depending on if they're built that way. I'm not building the levels like that in that particular way, but if there's any that are like that, then yeah, sure, I might as well just leave that in. It's a nice way to complete a level again, just like how I kept that one potential thing in. Although, part of me wonders, where would that be again? It would be here, right? God, but I really don't feel like going over there. Part of me wonders if I can move the crate up by 1, maybe, to just not give you that immediately. I don't know. If you find that that is a route that works, then that's a route that works. There's several ways to complete some levels. And that's the thing about Paint Maze. You use your brain, you're rewarded. Just like how the ice level, for the third path of the ice level in Zone 2, if you use your brain, you are rewarded for it. Most people will go through it the other way, the lengthy way. Some people will go through it the hard way, but the quickest way. It's a good way to test your skill out, and it's a good way to just speed run through a level if you're trying to get through and get to the end quickly. That one's going to be a little tricky to do as a thing to implement in any speedrun strat, that's for certain. But of course it's going to be tricky. It is not necessarily an easy thing to do, to press buttons as fast as that, to press keys as fast as that. No, it's not. It is actually quite stressful. If you're trying to do a whole no-death run, completing all 999 levels without dying, that gets you... What I want to implement is a star system. And that will be the 7-star profile. I want to implement that. It's not that hard to implement, but it's not something I can just implement just yet. There's several things I need to do before I can go about implementing that system. Either way, that is definitely stressful to have to go through so many levels and dying on the harder ones. I mean, in this game, death is inevitable. You should expect it. It's like Dark Souls in that sense. Only, I don't know how massively different it would be, or I guess you would probably consider this the Dark Souls of games. Like this. I don't even know how many games are like this. The only thing closest I can think of is that one section in Undertale. But this one is more grounded, doesn't have oh, go in here, touch this block, and oh, you can't touch this block if you're like this, because then you die. Although I imagine I could probably do a mechanic like that. Although I'm not going to add it in this. I don't think I'm going to try to do that. I don't even remember what it was, right? Like, certain block you touch, and then you can't touch another one, or else, well, in this instance, if we were to use that in this game, it would just be death, right? I would have to figure out a way to, like, use the danger meter to make that actually work as a mechanic, though, so... Either way, that's not something we're doing with this. I don't even know if we would ever do that. And, I mean, unless there was, like, a little crossover event, but that wouldn't happen in ages now, and at that point, nothing's gonna really... Oh yeah, that didn't really take too much. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because this is not the side. But yeah, no, this would be considered the Dark Souls of those types, except it's different. Different in the sense that you have, like, lasers, you got nukes, even. Like, if you have radiation block get blown up by an explosive, you set off a nuke. Explosive blocks, even. The poison mechanic is definitely an interesting mechanic. Probably my least favorite, though, if I'm being honest with you, because I always forget how many steps I've taken. Then I always end up dead because I forgot that I was, running low on steps. That is going to be the most annoying mechanic to try to work with, especially in the Poison Factory. Because the Poison Factory is the only one of its kind, and that is going to be a hard zone. Well, not a hard zone. There's going to be several sections that are going to be hard. You can pass those, obviously, and get to the deep ocean without too many problems. But, yeah, it is definitely going to be a game that is challenging. At least for some people. But to me, so far, the only challenge I've had is like a few levels, optional levels in the second zone. There's not that many. But then again, that's just me. Like, the final... Okay, now obviously there's 3 levels in Zone 1 that are getting you the ability to basically skip a large portion of several zones. Get you closer to the end of the main storyline, essentially. Obviously, there is that. And now, there's a thing with that. Well, it's a lot of levels you're skipping, so of course, you're going to be coming across not just 3 difficult levels. At least in the first zone, it's 3 difficult levels. But there's going to be another 3 in the zone that's going into. Stuff like that, basically. Those are made to be purposely hard. But that's not it, 8. And that's only because if you're going to skip all of those zones, you need to prove yourself by going through these 6 challenging levels. So those are meant to be hard. Obviously. They are meant to be a very difficult section. And an early zone, too. I would say those would be the kinds of levels that kind of prevent you from trying to get 100%. But that's just only because of the fact that skipping a bunch of zones does warrant you having to go through the entirety of that, oh, my brain malfunction. I got tired as hell, man. I'm so damn tired. What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. I don't even know where the hell I am at right now. I'm fumbling my words. Okay, at least that's right. That's not what I want. I want 9. We're almost done with this section. I might get rid of these now that we are, I believe, at a point that makes sense for me to get rid of those. Yeah, because those were only there as a means to just line things up. I think we can probably start deleting these sections here, right? God damn it. Stepping away where I can't even see you. Okay, how's that? Great. Fantastic. Got our nice little spiky mountain there. Now we'll just delete that. So I'll take these blocks here. And boom. At the very least, if we look at our map right here, see, I don't know if that's the thing I haven't figured out yet, is how I want to have that started and set up. At least this is good now, because I don't think we're gonna need this, obviously, but I don't think we need all of that. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of this, gonna get rid of that, gonna get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that. Maybe this, this, and this. For now, I'm just getting rid of those. Although I would say, how? God damn it! How did I do the levels here again? Let me go to the high cliffs real quick. It'll be the quickest one for me to do. Yeah, in the grid space, all the way down. Levels, bonus levels, water space, point of interest, right? Okay, so if I wanted to do that with ease, then that's not a problem. Okay, then that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna create the levels folder real quick. These are a good thing to just have set up in general, so give me a second while I figure out where I place those again. It's in the prefabs. It is in levels. Yeah, here we are. But I do believe. Can I open this up real quick? Yeah, I did. Z3 L1. Oh god, but where are you at in all of this? Yeah, where are you at in all of this? Oh my god, you're far as fuck. Well, if I'm grabbing this multiple times over, then that shouldn't be a problem, right? Alright, I need you to get your ass over here. Maybe not here specifically. And I don't think you're going to be here. No. Just grab the freaking red. Wait, no, I don't need to do that. Right, we just had the level hub. I don't even know where the hell we are right now. Oh yeah, because that's just taking the baseline. And, oh, wait, that's actually 2 away. So we might not even need any of that either. Perfect. Okay, so then that means you're going to need to be back here. And I don't know how tall you're going to be, but I do know that you're going to be a straightforward path. You're going to be here. Ah, perfect. So the thing is, I should make these 0, right? How did I do this again? No, I just did that. Well, I guess logically we just take both of these, bring this down to 1, and just move it wherever it needs to be moved. I don't know where I want to move it, though. Because keep in mind, this continues this path here, and then there's a bridge with the river going across it. I guess we'll figure that out. But hey, that's where that is. So this is telling me that most likely none of this is needed. Oh, wait, but did I want there to be... That's the thing. Did I want there to be a thing over here, or did I just want this to be... That's a good question. That is a good question. Like, you were purposely made that to try to, like, block out most of the level. But if I were to do the same thing here, it would be a much larger thing, and it would continue with the mountain. But the problem is, this doesn't do that, so I don't think that was what the plan was here. We're not going to do that then. We're going to just stick with what we need to do, and what we need to do is simple. I really wish this was spawning it here, but what can you do? Alright, you son of a bitch. I need to move you over here. No, here. Thing's fucking chasing after you. I guess I can get some water space here just so we have it here. The water space doesn't matter that much, as far as I can tell. Right? Yes. Did I save the water space there? I don't recall. It don't matter. Let's just focus on moving stuff right now and figuring out what else we need to do. So I'm gonna move you over here. And I swear you were not. Was it you? I don't remember. I just do not remember, and I do not wish to mess with it. Okay, now that I realized something, this is probably not going to matter, but... Oh, God. It's been so long since I've done this. How did I do this again? Where was the water again? Okay, yeah, so there is just regular old water. So what I need to do here is go on ahead. Not do that. I would say, let's do this. So I want to have white here. And make water. Just the same thing as this. Just bring this down to 0. Wonder if I could do this. Aha! Hopefully that isn't... Okay, yeah. That is actually smart. Don't know why I didn't do that before, but, you know, here we are. Okay, so it looks like it's just connecting more onto the land here, so it doesn't need much of anything here. I just need to make this like 1, shrink it, and figure out the positioning. That might have went a little bit far up. No, it's fine. The river can continue going in this direction. Now we gotta build a river. Alright, I'm bringing this up to 17 then. Or 18. I mean, this is straightforward, right? So yeah, I'd say 18.5. Oh yeah, you're connected to that. Oh, it's fine. You're gonna be hidden anyways. Bring this to 15. Or 13. No, not 15. 15. Well, if you're going to be going upwards, then you should not be 15. You should probably be like 17 at most. Alright, never mind. You need to be... Should have just kept it even. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. I think this is probably going to start going upwards. Now, I don't know how much this part's going to matter, because I don't think you can see this anywhere. Like, at all, outside of just seeing it on the map. Chances are this particular little segment might get deleted if we can't really see it. See, that's a smart thing to do to try to, like, save on some space. Segments that you can't see, you delete. This one you can pretty much see everywhere. I think you can see a little bit of this if you're up here. I think you can see a little bit of this, just not by very much. And I would argue that some of this you probably can't see that much. And we could probably get rid of if we wanted to. But we're not worrying about that right now. Right now I'm worrying about just building this little segment here. So right now this segment is what our focus is on. So let's make this one a 12. I'd say that's fine. As a matter of fact, let's try to bring this out a bit more. Let me try to at least get back to the odd numbers here real quick. I'm going to go make this one a 15, and I'm going to see what I can do here. There we are. At least this section isn't as mountainous and annoying, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still kind of annoying. those are going to be the pain, though. It's just building the mountains. You see how big and how much time it takes to get mountains done with, so you know how it is. It is a Herculean task just to be able to get a mountain built. In this particular format, of course. I'm sure there are way easier ways, but I've stuck with this. This is the way I know. This is the way I'm doing it. I do say I still really like the particular way that this goes. Traveling around the map, seeing all the enemies moving around, seeing the things that you see in the map. That's always nice. More games need to do that. At the very least, having these particular kinds of levels, selection areas, is just a nice little mechanic to have. 25. Since I don't need to do too much with that, I don't want to worry about doing a bunch here. Alright, that is, of course, an even. Makes sense given our current predicament. Are you an even or an odd? Now I see some evens here, though. A 2, another 2, a third 2. I don't know if this is even or an odd. Oh. Evens. You're probably an odd. Yep, I'll make you 11, 6. Ooh. I definitely am curious to see like what the average hour is gonna turn out for how long it takes for somebody to get to the end of what is essentially the main story. Because this is a pretty decently long game. 999 levels is nothing to scoff at, that's for certain. Luckily, though, you don't have to complete all 999. There's many optionals, as you have seen throughout the development of this game. Technically, you can beat it in like 60 levels. Technically less than 60 because some shortcut paths don't have the level count as being completed. So, with that in mind, you can definitely complete this in less than 60 levels completed. So now, taking that into consideration, I don't know how long it would take to get there, because I want to run you down this path real quick. You start here, obviously, go through all of that. You get through the secret, this doesn't count as completed. Then you go through this arduous path right here, the path of very difficult levels to skip all of this. And then you get to here. You go down this path, go up, go here. Don't take that because that doesn't get you to the main route. That pretty much sticks you to this route. You can't go up there. You go here, go through here. You got a shortcut here you can go through that shaves a few levels off. Then you go over to here, go around all this, and go to here, go to here, then to here, the secret, and then the Ember Foundry, which I don't feel like opening it up right now, but you know what that looks like. Go through the 10 levels in there to get to here, and then boom, you get to the end of the game. Of course, most people normally are just going to go through the game and explore. They might end up finding themselves in like the tar pit and find that there's no other place they can go. There's no way they would know that, though. They might go through here, might end up in the pyramids, might end up in the barren fields, and then the Dead End Beach. Which, Dead End Beach. You think you can get there. There is a path that literally gets you into the Ember Foundry that gets you close to the end, but it's not. It's one way. You can only get to there from the Ember Foundry. You can explore the Sheaths, this. You can even somehow get to here, but you have to actively go over your way to do that, so that's the fun thing about this game. You can play it however you want, explore, complete optional zones that you don't even need to complete, technically. And I can't wait to get it done with. The one arduous part, though, is definitely going to be the music. I'm not really a music person, so I don't find myself wanting to get the music done with like I do most other things. When it comes to making drawings, I can get that done with pretty quickly. Although so far the only drawing series that I am for some reason less inclined to want to work on as much is the also obvious Criteria, which I am working on now. I have the background colored in. I just gotta shade the rest of it in, and then we're golden. Or at least hopefully golden. I just don't know how long it's gonna take to get that done with and posted on a Sunday. And it's very. Why are you here? What are you doing? What happened here? How are you one? No. Okay. Well, it's a problem if what? Goddamn double clicking son of a bitch. It's not a problem. I can just fix that real quick. You're the only 3 here, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even use a 2. Wait, where is this at again? Right, it just keeps going. So this particular path that we're working on is going to go upwards. So what I want to do... Wait, how much is this halfway in? Yeah. What I want to do is try to get this to go... Not that direction. Go up. So I'm going to do this. But I'm going to make this a 9. I probably could just make it a 9 all around. Oops. No. Come on, you can do it. No, I thought I made you a 9. What the hell? You know what? No, you've done it. You're a 7 now. You bastard. You're trying to really just fuck things up here for no reason, huh? Now you're going to be a 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. And now you can be a 2. And I guess you could probably be like an 11. It doesn't matter how big you are, just as long as you fit where you need to fit. That seems like it's going to be good. Now we want this to follow suit. I just need 3 by 3. I need to build this out. Where does this end up being? Right, it needs to end up going here. This doesn't have to be 1 for 1. That's why I'm not really focusing too hard on doing that, because it could be different. There's going to be some obvious differences to this that I can't change very much. Although this one's going to be interesting on how to make this work. Although, admittedly, I probably don't really need to have these set up like this. It's a good lineup to figure things out, but it's not really a good lineup for all of this. Which makes me wonder if I could just delete some of it when we're done. Some of it, yeah, it makes sense. Leave one space. Nope. Leave one space open. All right, let's see. And right there. Although if that's the case, then that means this is going to temper off until it gets to that point. You're going to be going over to here. The bridge is probably going to be a little bit bigger and start earlier. I imagine so. I mean, that does make more sense to me at this point in time. I'm going to bring this out here real quick and bring this back to 3. Now, how am I going to do this? This is where things become a little bit trickier, because now I got to figure out how I'm going to have this come into play here. No, let's make that a 5. Okay, now let's make that a 2, maybe. And it's a 7. And I don't know anything else here. Maybe make this one like a 5, but keep it a 2, I'd say. This is on the mark, so that's good. But now there's you. Oh yeah, we're not done just yet. Can't go to the next section just this moment. But I can do this at least. Alright. Now we're just trying to piece this all together. But I don't think we need that much, just a little bit. Yeah, and then just do the same thing. Are you? No. So I was going to make you 15. Not a wrong one. 15. Still not right. 11. Perfect. Okay. I'll bring this up. It's 9. Yeah, 9. 9 seems reasonable. 5. 3, and that will probably end there. Alright, good. Now we can start working on this section. This is the one that's pain in the ass, though. I need an even, I guess you'll stay here. And I need odds. How much time is left? 28 minutes. I feel like we're still on par to 4 again. Well, I don't know what was going to be different here. It's a mountain area. This is still kind of mountainous. Of course, this is going to still take a while. I mean, at least we have a relatively reasonable amount of stuff here to work with, right? Please tell me you're right where you need to be, because everything, the shadow here is telling me this is 1 block high, but it's not. Okay, like, for this one, I could just simply do this. Perfect. I can only do that so far here, but it gets us close enough to where we need to be. Okay. Yeah, this one is just all this. It makes sense that we would just get rid of some blocks here, which we might need to do for at least a mountainous crossroads. I mean, looking at its size right here, going this far out, I mean, compared to this, it is definitely a lot bigger looking, especially if a large majority of this is mountains, as well as having a frozen mountain here. No clue. Let's just keep working on it. We'll cross that road when we get to it, right? No point in worrying about it now. Matter of fact, I should go back to doing this because I feel like this is probably a million times easier than having to go through several segments and missing some simplistic ones. I mean, this one we can at least do this because this follows suit the same protocol. That's not a problem. And now we can get through the rest of this with a little bit more ease. If only I could make diagonal blocks, but I don't think that's possible without having to do this. That is one steep cliff. Though that makes sense as the cliffside, right? You're not really making progress getting around it. Interesting. Okay, let me start deleting some of these. I'll replace some that I see that we want. God damn it. I mean, it makes sense, right? All of these aren't fully being shown, and the ones that are being shown are the ones that are where they need to be. So about right here, I would say. Oh, we don't even have to delete all of them immediately either. Just pick and choose the ones that are obviously visible. And boom. Could do the same thing here, and it'll be a hell of a lot less resource intensive. Okay, let's see. Now, I don't know if this makes them any different. I don't think it does. It wouldn't make any sense for them to be different, or at least that different. But that is just the case. We'll have to figure that out when we get to that. I'll move this here. And sure. And that's a 5. Now, you're most likely probably going to end up being this if I were to have to take a wild guess. This is probably going to be like a little cliff face with some of it going down here. At the very least, here makes sense for the cliff to be. And then this over here being like where that goes down. Yeah. We can have this kind of close in, and then the rest is that. Alright, that's one side done with. Now for the other side. Took all that work just to get all that done with. Makes sense, there's so much in the mountainous crossroads. I mean, of course there's a lot of stuff here to work with. That's just how it goes. Also, I don't recall, are you? Yeah, you should be able to fit, right? Because if you are here, then you work. Oh yeah, and technically you are supposed to be up here. I think that's a 9. Yeah. It's so hard to tell. It's been a while since I've done this, so I don't have like the block space feel like I had before. I can't really discern the block spacing that we have. Although it shouldn't felt like it was that long ago. I guess the music really did just take a lot out of me. All my mental capacity went into the music that I completely forgot how to space these blockouts with my head. I mean, the smaller ones are easy enough. They're not that big of an issue. It's the ones that are bigger. Which makes sense because how can you tell? How are you able to tell? When there is just a solid line color of block and nothing more. Alright, so that's everything in this. Surprisingly more complex than I was expecting. Now then, let's take all 165 of these damn blocks and combine them. Now this one I'm questioning how I want to do. This river. Well, if we do this, we have 21 minutes left, we might be able to get past 4. Now, I would like to think that it's because of my skills rusting and not just because of the mountains taking ages. Though, if I wasn't working on my project, getting 4 blocks done with an hour a day is not that bad of a number. Believe it or not. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that one is a more preferable number for me right now, because I can get a whole lot more of these zones built. And I would like to do that at some point. That's not what I want. Keep that at this for now. At some point, I would like to be able to do that. Alright, we'll make this 11. For now, though, I'll work with what I can, and then I'll figure out the music as I go along. That's going to be my one limiting factor, is the music. I still got to figure out what the hell is going on with Reaper's Studio nonsense. I mean, I could test it out and see if I can do the thing. Because it is having a problem discerning it from the fact that this is a new computer and it's trying to grab stuff from the old computer. But it shouldn't be like that. I don't know why Reaper Studio is being a complete and utter moronic imbecile with that. I can't say. Okay, so we don't need to do this the whole way. Like, we could try to do, yeah, like this. I want to at least keep it here. So I want this to be a thick one, but also still, okay, hold on. A thick one, but still steep enough to where this makes up most of that. Although that is a good question. What the hell is that going to turn into? Because this is a part of the mountainside here. It's a part of this mountainside here. So what is that going to turn into? Maybe that's just going to become a mountainside, and this is just the bridge is starting early. Well, I'm trying to figure that out, but I think this makes sense to me. If that is the case, and this is the path we're choosing, then this is what we're doing. We don't need all of that to be that. Let me make this like 21. 22.5 and a quarter. And then I'm going to just go on ahead and bring this shite up real quick. I think this is probably going to be where the mountain... Actually, I probably should do this, shouldn't I? Yeah, this is probably where the mountain's going to start to go up here. And this is going to probably have a nice cliffside here. If I can remember that when I get to that point, that would be awesome. But, I can't remember everything now, can I? This would make the bridge a little less larger, but I think that'll be fine. I think it's fine if we have it cut off at around here and come back around here. There's still this the beginning of the mountainside that I gotta bring up. If this is what we're doing, then yeah, that's the beginning of the mountainside, which is gonna have, okay, okay, we'll have to make a bonus level for that, but maybe I won't worry about it right now. Let's just focus on building first. Okay, maybe we do bring it down one. Do I want 2 or do I want 3? You know what? No, 2. 2 is fine. It doesn't have to all... That is nature. Nature is randomized. Or rather, nature seems randomized, but it has a way. And I am nature right now. I am playing the role of nature. And this is my way. I'm doing it my way. Where the hell are you gonna end up, I question? At least the edge of this makes the most sense here. I'm gonna make you smaller. I don't need you being that big. I don't want you intersecting with other zone or grid spaces. I think the rest here is fine. Ooh, man, I hope so. Yes, it is. All right, awesome. Great. Fantastic. I've been working on my project so hard that my new mouse, which is, I guess, is not new anymore, is starting to do that double-click nonsense. When you work on a project so much that your mouse starts to double-click, well, admittedly, I don't have as much time thanks to freaking work. I only have so much time now because I'm on vacation. I'm trying to get some recordings done with so I don't have to play catch-up. I like catch-up, but I don't like playing catch-up now. Oh, wait, right, aren't... You son of a bitch, you. Alright, that works. Then I'll move you downwards, and that will make up the wall here. Yeah, I'll make you 7. I would say, just so I have these in place, I'm going to move them into position. There. 7-1. That's... I could just grab it, but it's quicker if I just do it manually here. If I just do it manually, I'll get through this quicker, and then if I can get through this quicker, I can maybe start working on the next thing. Probably not, but you know, a fella can dream. And I am making this dream come true whether life wants me to or not. And I do not wish to follow by life's rules. I mean, let's be real here. Only successful people out there don't follow life's rules. But some of them also don't follow the laws, so that is not really helpful in my instance, due to the fact that they got a lot of money to just brush it off to the side. It's a shame, really. It's a huge shame. But what can you do? Okay. God. It would be easier just to grab this and turn it into a 4. I don't even know if you can see this. Well, you might be able to if you're going across a bridge. Yeah, you're 19, so just give me one of these and I'll just make you 19 real quick. Boom. I don't know what the hell number you're going to be, but maybe 17. Boom. More steep side. Okay, there's still one more section now. We're not done just yet. No. No. Where's the green? There it is. God, I still gotta record painkillers and Raft. God damn it. Of course you were an odd numbered. Another episode of Raft will probably be ending at around like 6 or so. Man, I've been sitting in this chair for so long. You know, you would figure that sitting in a chair would not be a workout. This is a workout. I'm going to be here for so long to work on these projects. I mean, if I can have my legs moving, it would be even more of a workout. Okay, I need to figure out what I want to do with the bridge here. I'll make that one a 15. 14.5. Oh, wait a minute. Is there anything else I'm missing here? Technically that, but I think that one's fine. I mean, at the very least... Okay, well, you can't do that, at least. At the very least, I can have this go in by just 1. 1 and maybe a nice little 3 here, just so we have one of those. So we could probably do a few of those around the place so it looks more mountain-like. Yeah, just a few. We don't need a whole bunch. The side of a mountain. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a bridge here connecting to here. That's not what I wanted to go to. I mean, we'll see what happens. We obviously can't work on the bridge just yet. How much time is left? Damn, we went through almost all of our time there. Alright, so... given this thing's shape, I would say you will probably end up being less, you know, what do you call it, and more like a crag. We'll see what happens. I think most of the mountain stuff's gonna be delegated to decoration slots, essentially. That seems like it'll work better for me at this particular time. Okay, like, make this a 5, and then like make this one like a 9. That's an 8, 9. $2.5. 1. Okay. Now this is where things are going to start to get a little tricky on how I'm going to do this. I mean, these are mountains after all. I thought it was going to be like a nice, what do you call it? But this makes sense. More sense than what I originally had in mind. I'm going to put you here, and I'm going to make you like an 11. And I'm going to make your walls end up here. This will then do what it needs to do, which is its thing right there at this point in time. Doing what it needs to do. I don't think you're an odd, I think you're an even, but I know you are an odd because you looked like a 6. Alright, I'm going to imagine this one is a 13. Am I right? Couldn't be further. Well, technically I could have been further, but you get the point. Oh, for the love of... Good, I have one of these to work with. Technically, I can probably just get rid of all of these blocks now. We've gotten to a point where we've used everything we could, and now everything we need is here. Nothing here. Okay, good. Get out of here. Go up. Go here. 7. Nope, 7. Nope, 5. I believe that's a 4. Yes, it is. I don't know what this number is, but I do know you're 4 too. I think this is an odd number, right? Yep, that's a 9. Great, fantastic. I mean, mountains, cliffs, this would work either way. Give me an odd number. 1 and 3. Now give me another. Okay, that works too. Boom. Bring that up. I'm pretty sure you're an odd number. Man, how could I be any more wrong? Well, at least you're an odd number, right? Yep, yes you are. You're probably a 6. And you're also probably a 6. Mm-hmm. Oh, but luckily for us, you are easy enough. Okay, hold on. I would say I know you're gonna end up being a wall here. I mean, it's so obvious that this is a wall. There's no way I can't forget. Bring that to 3. I only need a couple. 1 here, and maybe 1 here. Yeah, so we can have like... Actually, maybe make this one a 13. So now I can have 1 here, and I can have 1 there. Let me move this more here. Okay. That's a good question. I have no clue what these are going to look like. Okay, I don't believe I'm going to have enough time to do another one. I'm still on 4. Shocker, I know. Did I do just bonus levels down below? I think I did. Bonus levels. I'm just going to copy you and bring you over. Also, good question. I should figure out what you're going to end up being. Yeah, you're zone 1 completion. Alright, I gotta get zone 3 script done with 2. Ooh. Maybe we don't do this yet. Maybe we just have this here, and if I can figure out when I can get time to do this, I'll figure out what I want to do script. I mean, script-wise is pretty simplistic, right? You've obviously got the first digit with 5 here. You, I don't know what I want you to be yet. I don't know if I want you to be on the same path as that. You should be, right? It wouldn't make any sense for you not to be. It'd be the first digit here, then it would separate into 1 digit, second digit, third digit. We would have the 4th digit, the 5th digit, the 6th digit, the 7th digit, and the 8th digit. With you most likely ending up being 9th unless you're some other digit that I'm not aware of. I mean, yeah, that would make the most sense, but I would do that one off camera. You guys are gonna worry about that. I have my stuff I gotta get set up with that. Aside from this, what else is there? Oh yeah, the player fate mark, that's always hidden. Yeah, there's the level stop, which I should at least make that. That, and whatever the hell these were called in the course of this. Which does remind me, this is removed. Can I bring it back? Can I revert real quick? Yeah, so I'm going to grab this real quick. But then I shall reverse the revert. Because that's important to do. If you don't do that, then you're going to end up spawning there on level 13. I think I've already have shown that that's a possibility. That is not what I wanted. I thought I was pressing 3. Zone 3, level 1. Since it doesn't exist yet, then that's not a problem. I think right now my main concern is to just focus on building the zone before I do anything technical yet. Then we'll build the levels afterwards. Maybe we'll have some sessions where we build levels when we get to them. Other than that, I don't think I could do anything else. There is going to be a bridge here. I will work on the bridge when I get to this segment here. But right now, this is as much as we can get done with. We got this and these 3 done with. And then there's this section. That's going to be fun. The mountain parts are the ones that are not as fun. It's not as fun as the fields were. The fields were so simplistic. Though there is still a bunch of that around. Really wish I could get that project done with quicker so I can work on this soon. Oh well. It is what it is, but we're going to be slowly making progress. Seeing if we can bring up some topics and whatnot. But other than that, I don't have enough time to do another one, so that's where I'll call it. Anyway, with that being said, thank y'all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, previous episode of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Raft ROTC Edition right over here. Anyways, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.